What are you calling in energetically right now? So this is very much about the frequency that you're holding and the energy that is moving through you. So this is what you are drawing in as a result. So as I'm shuffling, if you are ready to be more intentional about what you're calling in, then I have 2 different 2026 readings. You can choose a full overview reading that maps your entire year, or you can receive 12 intuitive readings delivered to your inbox month by month. And also for those of you who know that you're here to share your spiritual gifts and you're ready to be seen, then I have a mentorship application that are now open. So this is for a very small group only, with an in-person gathering in the UK at the end of February. So if you've been waiting for a sign, maybe this is it, and there is a link in my bio. So bottom of the deck, we've got the 5 of Wands, we have got the 4 of Pentacles, the Empress, the 9 of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy, and we have got the 4 of Swords. These are some really beautiful cards for us to look at together today. The overall energy that I'm really picking up on here is one of leveling up without force here. So this is a transition from maybe striving into receiving. It's very soft energy. Very soft, but also very empowered, taking you into this Empress era. Now, you've probably heard that saying, I do not chase, I attract. And the Empress is certainly the epitome of that. She does not chase, she magnetizes. Now this with the 4 of Swords, it talks about you being able to trust in some sort of pause, to rest into your becoming. This 9 of Pentacles also shows that you're rising in your independence and financial security. And that 4 of Pentacles also anchors that energy. So some beautiful cards here. This 5 of Wands can traditionally point to conflict. But in this particular card, this to me reflects your strength, that you've been this pillar for others. And now it's time to return that energy to yourself. So let's start with this beautiful Empress card. So this is embodied feminine energy. Now within this card we can see the lower half of the body, we can see the skin, we can see the formation of the muscles underneath, and we can see this femur bone, the strongest bone in the human body, and that really reminds us just how much strength you had to carry. Now when we look at the upper body, we can see it's completely open. We see the spinal column, we see the ribs, the lungs, the heart, and this shows how you live and lead from this place of deep breath and even deeper heart. So you don't just support others, it feels like you breathe life into them. So you offer your strength quietly and consistently, and maybe, just maybe, you've had to be strong for a very long time, but now things are really beginning to shift. We can see that there are all of these pepper vines that are wrapping around her body, and these are especially symbolic. So pepper is a really fast growing vine, and this tells me that your dreams, your desires, your creative powers are gaining momentum. So your growth is speeding up. And it's coming from this exquisite place of inner strength, not struggle. So this is personal power that is coming into bloom, which complements this 9 of Pentacles so magnificently. So this is absolutely one of my very favorite cards to see when we're talking about someone leveling up, not just externally, but also financially. So this is a card that speaks to sovereignty and to self-made success, and it often shows up for entrepreneurs or those who are creating an intentionally balanced, aligned life. So it definitely carries the vibration of knowing your worth and choosing peace and beauty and financial independence. Now, in a traditional deck, we would see this woman who is beautifully dressed, and she'd be standing in this lush garden surrounded by the pentacles that are the golden coins. There would also be grapes that were behind her. Now those grapes, they represent investment. because grapes take time to mature and then they can eventually be turned into wine. So there's this message here about what you're building now becoming even more valuable over time. But in this particular deck, just look at it with me. Let me bring it in closer. We can see that in every pentacle there is almost like this little relic, a small animal skull or some sort of skeletal structure. And to me this very much symbolizes legacy or wisdom, the remains of what once was, and all of the cycles that had to be completed for you to stand where you are now. We can also see that what is mirrored above is also reflected below, and that really reminds me of the quote, as above, so below, and how that is now in motion. So your external abundance is now beginning to reflect your inner stability. So even the little animal skulls themselves, and I can't quite tell which animal this is, but it looks like some sort of agile mammal, maybe a weasel or a fox. And they have to survive through instinct or adaptability and sharp perception. So this could be part of the message here too, that you've relied on those very qualities to navigate this journey. So none of this is about luck. This is about lived experience, and it's about choice. So while this card is often seen as peaceful and abundant, and it is, there is also this deeper current of what it took to get here. This shedding or a strengthening or a rising. So this is the part of your story where things begin to bloom. Let's look at these two cards together, the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So they really speak to each other within this spread. So this Four of Swords, this is a card that talks about rest, of integration and peace after a long period of effort. It's not passive, it's very regenerative. And so for you, it feels like you've already done all of the heavy lifting. We talked about that here with this Nine of Pentacles. You've put in the emotional labor and the spiritual work and the practical building blocks. So now what's coming next doesn't necessarily feel like such a struggle. It feels more aligned. And there could also be that you have already received the next step in a download, in some sort of vision or an idea. So this card often shows up when our next move has already been whispered to us in the stillness. So trust those moments of silence. Now, when we pair this with the Four of Pentacles, it adds another layer. So this card is often misunderstood about holding on too tightly. But in this context, I feel it's more to do with anchoring. It's about securing something tangible, something real, often to do with your finances or your foundations, your sense of personal legacy. So this could very much be pointing to some sort of financial gift, a new opportunity, or even a restructuring of your relationship to money and stability. And what it's saying is that you've built something that has value, and what you're building next could actually carry that forward into generations. These two cards simply say that you've done more than enough, and now you really need to allow what is meant for you to arrive without resistance. Now, when I'm talking about this resistance, we do have the Five of Wands, and in this particular reading I see it two ways. So maybe you've been manifesting something for a very long time, maybe even years. You've done the work, you've visualized, you've aligned, and when your desires finally start to come through, there could be this strange kind of tension. Maybe there's this sense that it's all coming too easily with the cards that we've pulled. There's a voice that says, can I trust this? Is this real? And without realizing it, you've actually started to put up little internal blocks. You overthink, you doubt, you question the timing or the worthiness of receiving it. Now, if that's the case, then this is a reminder for you. Don't do that. Let this come in and be easy for you. You've earned that ease. Now, the second part of the message here is just as important. So within this image, you might notice how there is this one central wand, like a pillar, and then there's all of these others that are crossing over it, leaning onto it, relying on it. And that this pillar in the middle that feels like you. You've become a linchpin in a lot of people's lives. The stable one, the strong one, the one that other people turn to. And while there's honor in that, it can also be a lot. And so this card is really asking you to notice where you're being leaned on too heavily, where other people's expectations might be crossing over into your boundaries. So it's okay to be the pillar, but even pillars within this card here need a rest. So ultimately, this message is about staying open and staying soft and staying rooted in that very quiet power that you have. Because the ease that's going to be coming through right now, this is not fluke. This is a sign that you're finally in flow.